Guys, those who are working in these 7 occupations will have a great opportunity to immigrate to Canada under this Nova Scotia stream. The first occupation is for light duty cleaners, NOC 6731, and the second occupation is for food and beverage servers, NOC 6513. Guys, continue watching this video till the end as we go through the entire 7 occupations and together we understand the step-by-step process on how to live permanently in Canada under Nova Scotia's occupations in demand stream. Now guys, if your occupation is not mentioned in these 7 occupations, then don't worry because Nova Scotia regularly updates these occupations, so more occupations may be added soon depending on Nova Scotia's labor market needs. Alright? Now guys, this video is for you if you are, number 1, at least a high school graduate, number 2, if you can score at least an IELTS CLB level of 4.0, which means reading 3.5, writing 4.0, listening 4.5, and speaking 4.0. 3, if you want to bring your family together with you in Canada, and 4, if you are not getting an invitation from the federal express entry system, because guys, this Nova Scotia stream is not express entry aligned, therefore you do not have to create an express entry profile. You are gonna have to send your complete application through paper-based, and which we're going to talk later in this video. Now guys, before we get into the requirements and step-by-step process, let me show you some tips in order to increase or improve your chances of approval. So guys, I mentioned earlier that this is going to be a paper-based application, and so it is highly recommended that you provide an honest and detailed information on a cover letter about the following items. Before we move on guys, please consider subscribing to my channel, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up. I really appreciate all of the support. So guys, here are the tips. Simply go to canadacareersite.com/fact. I repeat, that's canadacareersite.com/fact, or click on the immigration facts up here and then scroll down to the bottom and you will find this one here which says tips to improve your chances of approval in Nova Scotia occupations in demand stream. Go ahead and click on this one and there you go. So guys, please provide honest and detailed information on a cover letter stating why you chose to settle in Nova Scotia permanently. What can Nova Scotia offer you? What can Nova Scotia offer your family if you have one? If you currently live in another Canadian province, explain why you would leave this province and come to Nova Scotia. Moving forward, it is highly recommended to include the following details. Where in Nova Scotia do you plan to live? Guys, how you will meet your daily needs. Where you will work, including details about your job. Where you will send your children, if any, to school or daycare. What are your plans for improving your English or French, and how you plan to become part of the community to which you are moving. Now guys, if you do not know yet, you can go all the way to the top and I have added the 22 list of employers who have applied for a labor market impact assessment. Go ahead and click on this one. I always update this almost every week. So here we have Get Pro Clean Corporation, Clean Image Janitorial Services Limited, Innovate R Technologies, Robotech Incorporated, and so on and so forth. Also, you can find the list of NOC codes here where you will see the different skill types, skill type O or 0, skill type skill level A, skill level B, skill level C, skill level D, and so on and so forth. And you can actually click on any of these links if you want to see job openings or opportunities here in Canada. So let's say we're looking for cleaner, which is 6731. Go ahead and click on this one, and then once you click on that, it will show you the list of cleaner jobs across Canada. Now let's talk about the step-by-step application process. Step 1 is to get a job offer from one of these 7 in-demand occupations in Nova Scotia. Now let me show you guys these 7 in-demand occupations and how to apply for a job from an employer in Nova Scotia. If your occupation is not mentioned in this list of 7 occupations, then don't worry because Nova Scotia regularly updates these occupations and may add more occupations soon depending on the province labor market needs. Alright guys, so the first occupation under Nova Scotia's occupations in demand stream is none other than light duty cleaner, NOC code 6731. So guys, all you have to do is go to canadacareersite.com and then under keywords type in cleaner, and then the province is going to be Nova Scotia, and leave the city as blank because we're gonna looking at jobs across Nova Scotia, and then click on the search jobs button right here and it will show you all the list of job openings in Nova Scotia for cleaners. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one here. And guys, it will take you into this page. So the job title is cleaner and the location is in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, Canada. The company name is King's Janitorial Incorporated. Now guys, if you have friends who are looking for a cleaner job in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, then feel free to click the email to friend button right here. If you want this to add to your job tracker, feel free to click on this button. And if you want to see all the openings from this company, simply click on company jobs right here. Now let's take a look at the details of this job. So as you can see, for education, no degree, certificate or diploma, nothing, no education is required. Experience is not required but is an asset, so it's gonna be a lot better to have an experience than for those who don't have an experience at all. Now as for the responsibilities, sweep, mop, wash and polish floors, vacuum, carpeting area, rugs, draperies and upholstered furniture, clean, disinfect and polish kitchen and bathroom fixtures and appliances, attend to guests' requests for extra supplies or other items, provide basic information on facilities and so on and so forth. Now one thing to take note guys is that this company, for this particular job opening, they're looking for a workplace hazardous materials information system certificate. Now looking at the work conditions, it's a fast-paced environment, it's a tight deadlines, repetitive tasks, handling heavy loads, physically demanding, attention to detail, and so on and so forth. And the good thing about this job opening is that the learning and training is fully paid by the employer, so you don't have to pay out cash for your training and stuff. Now guys, if you are ready to apply, click on the apply now button right here, and to apply this job, send a complete application along with your Canadian resume and cover letter via email to kingsjohnsales@gmail.com or via fax, that's 902-678-6222. Guys, the second in-demand occupation in Nova Scotia is none other than food and beverage server. I repeat, that's food and beverage server. All you have to do is go to canadacareersite.com and then on the top panel of this page, type in F&B server under keywords. For the province, it's gonna be Nova Scotia, and just leave city as blank because again we are gonna be looking at jobs across Nova Scotia for F&B server. Click on search button right here. Then it will show you the list of food service supervisors and food and beverage server jobs in Nova Scotia. There's actually a lot. Let's take a look at this one over here. And then it will take you into this page. So guys, once again, the job title is food and beverage server. The location is in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, and the company is RCR Hospitality Group. Now guys, on the right panel here, you can see enter email address here. Feel free to enter your email address and click on send me new jobs to subscribe to the job alert so that you guys will receive the latest job openings ahead of your competitors. Now looking at the details of this job, as you can see, it is only requiring secondary high school graduation certificate, no university or no college. Now for experience is not required but just an asset. Now the work setting is restaurant, formal dining room, urban area, catering firm, bistro, hotel, motel, resort, and some of the responsibilities include enforcing provincial territorial liquor legislation and regulations, clear and clean tables, trays, and chairs, serve food and beverages, replenish condiments and other supplies at tables and serving areas, carrying and replace linen. So guys, if these are some of the responsibilities that you can do, then feel free to apply to this job here. Now, looking at the work conditions, again, it's fast-paced environment, standing for work for extended periods and working under pressure. Now, one thing I noticed about here is that this company actually provides financial benefits such as bonus and gratuities. So again, if you are ready to apply, click on the Apply Now button here or on the upper right hand right here, and then to apply to this job, send a complete application along with your Canadian resume and cover letter via email to careers@rcr.ca. Now guys, moving on, the third occupation to get a permanent resident visa under Nova Scotia's occupations in demand stream is none other than food counter attendants, kitchen helpers, and related support occupations. The NOC code is 6711. Now, to find job opportunities for this job title, simply go to canadacareerset.com. I repeat, that's canadacareerset.com, and under keywords, type in, for example, kitchen helper. Under province, select Nova Scotia, and under city, just leave it as blank because we're going to be looking at job titles or jobs for kitchen helpers across Nova Scotia, and then click on the search job button right here. It will show you the list of job openings. So let's take a look at the first one, which is kitchen helper at Sushi Jet Larry UTECK. So guys, the job title is kitchen helper and the location is in Bedford, Nova Scotia, Canada, and the company name is Sushi Jet Larry UTECK. Now guys, if you look at the right panel here, you will see company overview, Sushi Jet Larry UTECK. They actually have 20 current job openings in Canada, in Nova Scotia. So just simply click on this link here to show those job openings. Now let's take a look at the details of this job. So again, education, no degree, certificate, or diploma, so nothing, no education required. And for experience, the company is going to train you. For the responsibilities, you are going to be cleaning and sanitizing kitchen, including work surfaces, cupboards, storage areas, appliances, and equipment. Receive, unpack, and store supplies in refrigerators, freezers, cupboards, and other storage areas. Remove kitchen garbage and trash. Sweep, mop, wash, and polish floors, and wash, peel, and cut vegetables and fruits. So guys, if you think that you are eligible to apply to this job and you can perform these activities well, then feel free to click on Apply Now button here, and you can send a complete application along with your Canadian resume and cover letter via email to sushijetlarryutech@gmail.com. Guys, don't forget to upload your resume and cover letter by clicking this button right here, and also add this job to your job tracker. Now guys, moving on to the fourth in-demand occupation in Nova Scotia is none other than heavy equipment operators. The NOC code is 7521. So guys, simply go to canadacareerset.com and then type in heavy equipment under the keywords, select Nova Scotia under province, and then just keep the city as blank. Click on the search jobs button right here, and it will show you the list of job openings for heavy equipment operators across Nova Scotia. So let's take a look at this one. Let's take a look at this one here, equipment operator heavy duty by Barrett Enterprises Limited. Now guys, for your convenience, you can find the 7 list of in-demand occupations in Nova Scotia and those occupations that may be added soon at canadacareerset.com/fac, or click on the immigration facts at the menu bar up here. Go all the way down to the bottom and you will see this one where it says in-demand occupations under Nova Scotia occupations in demand stream. Click on this one. So guys, this will be regularly updated to add more Nova Scotia in-demand occupations based on the province's labor market needs. Click in any of the occupations below to find job opportunities under this particular Nova Scotia stream. So these are light duty cleaners, food and beverage servers, food counter attendants, kitchen helpers and related support occupations, heavy equipment operators, transport truck drivers, construction trades helpers and laborers, and nurse aides, orderlies, and patient service associates. Now guys, if your occupation is currently not in the list, then you may find job opportunities in Nova Scotia below as well. Go ahead and click on this one where it says job opportunities in Nova Scotia, Canada. So guys, once again, the job title is Equipment Operator Heavy Duty from Barrett Enterprises Limited, which is located in Nova Scotia, Canada. Guys, if you want to see all of the job openings from this company, you can go to this right panel over here and click on the text where it says 24 current jobs openings for this company. Now let's take a look at the requirements. For education, guys, again, no degree, certificate, or diploma, nothing. No education required. The experience, they are not requiring experience as well, but it is an asset. And one thing I noticed about this job is it is a green job, which means that it involves duties and responsibilities that lead to positive environmental outcomes, which is wow, this is a very nice company. And then if you look at the responsibilities, operate heavy equipment, clean and lubricate equipment and refill equipment tanks, conduct pre-operational checks on equipment, perform minor repairs to equipment, write daily basic progress reports. And guys, they may be needing first aid certificate right here. And the type of equipment is loader. The type of industry is going to be forestry and logging. Now the looking at the other conditions here, attention to detail, manual dexterity, and so on and so forth. One thing I really like is that they are giving away free parking. So if you guys are interested, simply click on apply now button and send your complete Canadian resume and cover letter application via email to info@barrettfirewood.ca, or also if you are in Canada, you can do it in person at 242 Beaver Bank Road, Beaver Bank at NS, Nova Scotia, B4E1J7 between 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and some of the instructions as well can be found over here. Now guys, moving on to the fifth in-demand occupation in Nova Scotia is none other than transport truck drivers. NOC code is 7511. So guys, simply go to canadacareerset.com and then under keywords type in transport truck driver. The province is going to be, of course, Nova Scotia, and just leave city as blank. Click on the search button right here, and let's take a look at the job openings over here. Let's see this one, the third one, long haul truck driver from Raffles Road Carriers Limited. So guys, this job is for long haul truck driver and the location is in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. The company is Raffles Road Carriers Limited. Now guys, if you have friends who are interested in this job, simply click on email to friend button right here. Let's take a look at the requirements and education and experience. So for education, guys, secondary high school graduate certificate is required, but no university, no college. As long as you are a high school graduate, and you are fine. For experience, they're looking for 1 to less than 7 months of driving experience. And for the responsibilities, drive as part of a 2-person team or convoy, operate and drive straight or articulated trucks to transport goods and materials, oversee condition of vehicle and inspect tires, lights, brakes, cold storage and other equipment, perform pre-trip and route and post-trip inspection and oversee all aspects of vehicle, receive and relay information to central dispatch, and so on and so forth. They may be looking for some credentials here: air brakes endorsement, class 1 1FA license, and of course a driver's license of class 1 or A. Now the type of trucking is going to be straight truck, which is 4,600 kilograms or 10,000 pounds with 3 axles. Of course, we also have tractor trailer type of equipment, and definitely it is a long haul. Guys, if you are interested and if you think that you can perform these jobs, then simply click on apply now button right here and send a complete application along with your Canadian resume and cover letter to admin@rafflesroad.com or via fax, that's 902-797-1088. 8. Guys, moving on to the 6th in-demand occupation in Nova Scotia is none other than construction trades, helpers, and laborers. NOC code is 7611. So guys, simply go to canadacareerset.com. Let's take a look at a laborer job, for example, in Nova Scotia as a province, and the city is gonna be, again, just leave it as blank. Click on search jobs button right here. And let's take a look at the second one over here, construction laborer at Whitestone Building and Renovations Limited. Guys, once again, the job title is construction laborer at Whitestone Building and Renovations Limited, located in Nova Scotia, Canada. Guys, if you want to see all of the job openings from this company, you can click this link over here, which says 32 current job openings under the company overview. Now let's take a look at the job description. So guys, again, for education, no degree, certificate, or diploma, nothing. Education is not required. And for experience, they are going to train you because it says we'll train. The responsibilities include load, unload, and transport construction materials, mix, pour, and spread materials, assist in framing houses and erecting walls and building roofs, remove rubble and other debris at construction sites. It is a fast-paced environment, a repetitive task, handling heavy loads, and physically demanding for sure. Guys, if you are interested and you think you can perform these tasks over here, click on the apply button right here to apply now. And then send a complete application along with your current resume and cover letter via email to andrew@whitestonedevelopments.ca. Guys, don't forget to add this job to your job tracker if you want to track your application. Now guys, finally, the 7th and last in-demand occupation in Nova Scotia under Nova Scotia's occupations in-demand stream is none other than nurse aides, orderlies, and patient service associates. NOC code 3413. So guys, if your occupation is not mentioned, don't worry, because Nova Scotia regularly updates these occupations, and I am happy to provide you details for new occupations in the near future. Now go to canadacareerset.com and then type in nurse aide, for example, on keywords, and then the province is going to be Nova Scotia. Leave city as blank and click on search job. Let's take a look at this first one over here. Guys, once again, the job title is nurse aide at AB Care Healthcare Incorporated, located in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. Guys, as you can see, this company actually have 28 current job openings in Canada. And as we can see, the education is they are looking for a college CEGEP or other non-university certificate or diploma from a program of 1 year to 2 years or equivalent experience. As for credentials, they're looking for first aid certificate, CPR certificate, continuing care assistant certification, healthcare aid certificate, nursing aid certificate, basic cardiac life support, and so on and so forth. The experience they're looking for is 1 year to less than 2 years of work experience, guys. Some specific skills include transport patients in wheelchair or stretcher. Additional skills: serve meal trays, feed patients. The work setting is gonna be in a public or community health center, hospital, or home for the aged, and so on and so forth. The work location, you are going to be working in employers or clients' home. If you guys are ready and interested, click on apply now button right here. Send a complete application with your Canadian resume and cover letter to relations@aboutcare.ca. Now guys, let me show you the job offer requirements. Before we move on, guys, please consider subscribing to my channel, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up. I really appreciate all of the support. The job must be with a Nova Scotia employer and be located in Nova Scotia. Next, the job must be permanent. That means there is no predetermined end date. Moving on, the job must be full-time. That means the employee will work a minimum of 30 hours a week year-round. And finally, the job must fall into one of these NOC job categories. These are NOC 3413 for nurse aides, orderlies, and patient service associates, NOC 6513 for food and beverage servers, NOC 6711 for food counter attendants, kitchen helpers, and related support occupations, NOC 6731 for light duty cleaners, NOC 7511 for transport truck drivers, NOC 7521 for heavy equipment operators, and NOC 7611 for construction trades, helpers, and laborers. Once again guys, Nova Scotia regularly updates these occupations based on the province's labor market demands, and I'd be happy to provide you the updates to add more occupations soon. And just an important note, you may need a license or certificate for the job you have been offered. So guys, before you apply to the occupations in demand stream, find out if you need a license or certificate to do the job you have been offered. Your employer can help you with this. Step 2 is to apply for Nova Scotia Nominee Program. So guys, to apply to Nova Scotia Nominee Program, simply go to this link over here. You can find the link down in the description box below. So guys, this is for occupations in demand. Simply scroll down to the bottom and you will find this one where it says how to apply. Click on the apply online button right here, and then it will take you into this page where there are two sections, one for Atlantic Immigration Program and the other one for Nova Scotia Nominee Program. Click on the one right here, apply now, and then it will take you into this page again, which gives you the online application process. So first step is to create an account and then fill out application, print a copy for your records, attach supporting documentation, which I have just discussed, and submit and wait to hear from the province. Guys, if you're ready, click on the apply now button right here, and then you have to select English or French. Let's say English, and then you have to create an account over here and then continue, and then put your email address, and then finally continue. Alright, so here are the documents needed for your application. The first one is going to be documents about you and your family. So we need your passports. You and everyone immigrating with you must have a valid passport. The expiry date of all passports should be at least 2 years from the date of your application. Also guys, if this applies to you, Canada needs a copy of your marriage certificate, copies of birth certificates for dependent children, copies of custody documents and permissions for the child to come to Canada, and copies of adoption papers. So guys, the second is documents related to your education and training. So guys, Nova Scotia needs a copy of your high school diploma as well as copies of the licenses or certificates required for the job you have been offered if needed. Now the next one is documents related to your work experience. So guys, a letter of reference from your employers. So these letters must be written on company letterhead and they must be stamped with the company's official seal if it has one. So guys, the following are required on your letter of reference. The first one is the company's full address, telephone and fax numbers, email and website addresses, your supervisor's signature or that of a responsible officer, the specific period of time that you worked for the company, the titles of the jobs you held while you worked for the company, the amount of time you worked in each job, your main duties in each job, your annual salary plus benefits for each job, the number of hours you worked per week in each job, and the number of hours you worked in a total in each job. Guys, the next one is documents related to your ability to communicate in English or French. So you must submit the results of one of these language tests even if your first language is English or French. So this is International English Language Testing System, or IELTS, IELTS, General Training, and Nova Scotia Occupations in Demand Stream needs only a CLV level of 4.0. Or Canadian English Language Proficiency Index Program, or CELPIP, CELPIP General. And then also we have Test de Connaissance du Francois, TCF, Canada. And finally, we also have the Test d'Évaluation du Francois, TEF, Canada. Moving on, the documents related to your job offer. So that is NSNP 200 or 200. Your employer must complete and sign this form. It proves that they have offered you a permanent full-time job. Also, NSNP 200 supporting documents, while your employer must complete and sign the NSNP 200 form, you must submit it and all supporting documents as part of your application. Now guys, the next is documents in languages other than English or French. So it depends if this is applicable to you. Documents in languages other than English or French must be translated by a certified translator. So you have to submit a copy of the original document and a copy of the certified translation. You also have to submit proof from the translator of their certification. Finally, the documents related to your move to Nova Scotia. So banking statements from the past 3 months showing all account balances and transaction history, as well as statements from your investment portfolio showing fixed deposits and the terms for withdrawing funds before the investment matures. Now moving on to step 3 is to receive a provincial nomination. So guys, once you are nominated, you will receive the nomination certificate on your email. Note that the certificate expires 6 months after the date of nomination, so you must apply for this visa within 6 months of receiving your nomination certificate. Also guys, you will receive a letter of support allowing you to apply for a temporary work permit so that you can travel to Nova Scotia to begin your work. Now guys, finally, step 4 is to submit a paper-based application for permanent residence. So guys, to apply for permanent residence after receiving a nomination certificate from Nova Scotia's Occupations in Demand stream, which is a provincial nominee program and a non-express entry, simply go to this link, which you can find down in the description box as well. And then as you can see, you have to create an online account through the online application portal. Simply click on this link over here and that will take you into this page, which is for the permanent residence portal. So guys, what is a permanent residence portal? If you want to submit an application to become a permanent resident, use this portal to apply for permanent residence. If we approve your application, we'll invite you to confirm your permanent resident status and send a photo for your permanent resident card, and so on and so forth. Once you guys are ready, simply go ahead and click on the create an account button down here. Finally, just a few more notes for you guys. So guys, this stream is part of an economic immigration program. You may not use it as a way to immigrate to Canada for any of these reasons: family reunification, protected persons, and humanitarian or compassionate grounds. Also guys, if you are applying as a family, your family's income must be above Canada's low income cutoff, or LICO. So your family income includes the following: the income you will earn from your job offer and your spouse income if they have a permanent job offer in the province of Nova Scotia. Now here's the next video you can watch now. Guys, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell so that you get notified on my new videos. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to write down in the comment section down below. If you guys haven't watched my previous videos about express entry, you can try going through these videos right here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Good luck!